Hello foodie friends, welcome back. I found a great little treasure called 100 recipes from the 100 greatest restaurants in my grandmother's collection. And judging from the pristine nature of the pages, I don't think she ever used it. So we're gonna be the first ones. Let's get cooking. Since I was born and raised in downriver Detroit area in Michigan, I thought it'd be really fun to try this recipe from the Pontchartrain wine cellar restaurant that used to be located in downtown Detroit. Here you can see everything you're gonna need for that, and I will scoot this up so you can also pause and read the rest of the recipe. And also while flipping through this book, I saw something kind of sad. Here you have a recipe for a cocktail drink from Windows on the World, which was a restaurant located on top of the North Tower on the World Trade Center. So if you want to pause the video and make that recipe also, we'll leave this up too. So I made just a couple of substitutions in this recipe. It actually calls for about 2.5 pounds of veal, but I couldn't find anything except ground veal in my area. So I went ahead and got this eye of round roast that I'm going to cut into cubes. It also calls for 12 to 14 small onions, but I'm just gonna take the onions that I already have and cut them into wedges. And then, as you can see here, I've got one onion already prepped with the 2 cloves stuck into it. So we're gonna go ahead and take you over to the skillet and get this cooking. All right, so I've got everything prepped and ready, and we're gonna get this started. I've got my onion with the cloves. I've got all the beef. We're gonna add to that all the other onions, 3 cups of water, and then in here I've got my salt, pepper, and thyme. That's gonna go in as well. I'm gonna stir it up just a little bit, and now we're gonna cover it and let it simmer for about 40 to 45 minutes. We'll see you then. And now, as I saute the mushrooms and make the roux, here are a few historical facts just for you. The Pontchartrain Wine Cellar restaurant was opened in the early 30s in downtown Detroit and operated until 1991. It's most famous for a drink the owner created in 1937 called Cold Duck, which became famous worldwide and is something you can still buy from the winemaker Andre. All right, so we've got everything finished. We've got it plated up. We're gonna give it a try. I say we just go ahead and dig in. That is so good.
That is very good.
And it should be, because it is filled with butter and heavy cream. So if you were gonna make this, I would serve this with a salad. Rich in the way that only a 70s recipe can be rich. This actually kind of tastes like beef stroganoff.
Yeah,
I think.
It has a very similar...
It's beef stroganoff without the noodles,
yeah,
basically.
But this is like a fancy version of that.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
it's
much more rich and vibrant in flavor than any beef stroganoff.
Yeah, and I usually don't like thyme, but you really can't taste it in this, I don't think.
It accentuates, but it's not.
It does. It accentuates. It does not overpower like thyme can.
Mm-hmm.
But with all that butter and heavy cream just kind of like toning it down.
Yeah, and the mushrooms definitely add like a roundness to the flavor.
Oh gosh, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we've changed our channel name to a cookbook collector. So now we're going to do the cookbook collector TCT test.
Okay.
So let's do time first.
Okay.
I think you could knock this out in a weeknight.
Yeah, it's about what, like altogether only about an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit longer than
that. But
that.
if you like had certain things prepped beforehand, like, you know, go ahead and get like cubed beef instead. You know what I mean? Like you could kind of trim that. Yeah, you could trim that time down a little bit.
About 45 minutes.
Yeah,
but you don't have to watch it or anything really. You just got to leave it on the stove for 45 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, during that time you could be making your sides to go with the dinner.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't think that's a big deal. I'd say on time, I think I'd give it a 4. So. Now, in terms of cost.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to give this.
I probably don't want to know, do I?
Maybe not. I don't know. I think now, on the flip side of that, if you get veal, you're going to kick that price up quite a bit. Veal but veal is a lot more expensive than what I bought. So if you followed it exactly by the recipe, you're looking at $25 dish.
But it could feed, I mean, you could feed a
Well,
family
it serves
of 4.
six, according to the book.
I can see that.
Yeah, so I guess if you want to splurge one night, you know, but to me, this is not a cheap eats.
No.
This isn't a budget meal at all.
For a family of 6, it's cheaper than taking them all out to eat, but
yeah, that's
it's
true.
still cheaper than if you're going to a restaurant to make it yourself for that, you know.
But still,
But
I mean,
for what you can normally do at home, it's still not that great.
Yeah, but now on the flip side of that, I got the cheaper cut of meat, and I think it still tastes great. I've gotten, let's see, I think the pot roast was like $6. So the version I made, but
Like
see,
$10.
yeah, the version I made is probably about $10, or you're counting your heavy cream
So if you
and
feed
stuff like
6
that too.
people for $10, that's pretty
So
good.
you can make this cost effective. So I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a 2 if you make it exactly the way it's written.
But I'd give it at least a 4.
I'm going to give it a 4 if you make my version.
Yeah.
Now,
And
taste. I'm going 5.
I definitely think this is a 5 taste.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
There's
wanting
so
to
much
eat
there.
more.
I have been.
I know. Yeah. I'm wanting to keep eating. So that's a good. Yeah, I would give 5 for this. This is just the sauce. Obviously, it's the sauce that's making it.
Yeah.
It's the
very rich.
cream and the butter and the salt and the mushrooms, and it's just, I mean, absolutely wonderful. I mean,
good.
you could turn this into a stroganoff and serve it over noodles if you wanted to. You could serve it, mashed
Rolls.
potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
Mashed potatoes, and then maybe some roasted asparagus or roasted green beans. That would be awesome with this. Or you could just serve it.
Fried taters.
Yeah. Or you could do it like this and serve it with like a really big, nice salad with lots of veggies in it.
Yeah.
So to me, it's extreme. I mean,
It's very flexible.
yeah, it's really flexible, and the taste is just there.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I mean,
like
I'm really pleased with this one.
Very good.
Yeah. So there you have it. We
2
have,
4s and a 5.
so it's the same thing we gave it last time, right? 4.33.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now wait a minute. Let's do it with the 2. If we do it with the really expensive, it was a 4, a 2, and a 5. If we do this as exactly as it's written, we're gonna give it about a 3.5. Based
3.6.
on 3.6 based on the cost of the veal. If you do this version, it come up to a 4.33.
Yeah.
Cause I mean,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's good.
So there you have it. We're gonna keep eating,
Oh, yeah.
but stay tuned because next week
Dessert.
we're gonna do a dessert out of this also, and it sounds really good. I've never made anything like it. So I've never made anything like it. So I'm excited to try it, and I think it's going to be something you're excited about too,
I'm always
because
excited about dessert.
anytime you put chocolate in a dessert, I am all for it.
Sounds good.
Yep. So if you like this video, click like. If you want to subscribe to make sure you make it for that chocolate dessert next week, go ahead and do that. And we're going to keep eating this wonderful, wonderful dessert. We will see you next time. Bye.